Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurkan here, coming at you with another video, and I just don't know how to really approach this particular topic because Diablo is a franchise that is very near and dear to my heart. And I understand that if you've been following my channel, maybe you don't really get that vibe from me because maybe I didn't play as much Diablo 3 on my channel as some people would have expected. But believe me when I tell you that Diablo holds a very special place in my heart, particularly Diablo 2, because even though I played Diablo 1, it was fine. Diablo 2 was a game where I definitely spent a lot of time. Like, I could tell you stories about the stuff that I did in Diablo 2 that I don't know. I could do like a whole series of like 1 hour videos at a time just talking to you guys about the adventures that I had in Diablo 2 and the things that I did back in the day to play Diablo 2 and friggin' 56K modems and stuff. Is just like, it all kind of came rushing down to me today as Diablo Immortal was announced. Now, for those of you that are not aware what Diablo Immortal is, we're going to be getting into that. But first, I'd like to just say that, you know, BlizzCon has kind of been hyping up, Blizzard has kind of been hyping up Diablo, saying there's new things happening in the Diablo universe and get hyped and stuff. And then it felt weird to me that not so long ago, they were just like, hey, curb your expectations and, you know, just like we want to prepare you for what to kind of expect from the Diablo announcements and stuff. And I was like, I mean, you were getting people all riled up and all excited about Diablo, and now you're trying to control expectations. What is going on? Like that put me a little bit, you know, on the defensive, because I was just like, what is happening to Diablo? Like, what is going on, right? And earlier today, before BlizzCon was announced, I received an email. Blizzard was kind enough to send me a code for Diablo 3, so my hype was like even more. I'm like, dude, gonna play Diablo 3. And when I say code for Diablo 3, I mean the Nintendo Switch version, which I will be doing its own separate video talking about that. So I'm like, dude, gonna be playing Diablo 3 on the Switch. Like, I'm super hyped because, like, you know, I love my Nintendo Switch. I love Diablo, and having Diablo 3 on the Switch was something that I've been looking forward to for a while. And then the Diablo announcement was going to hit, so I was like, dude, I'm going to live stream, and we're going to check out everything that's happening at BlizzCon, and then they're going to give us the Diablo announcement, and then to get, you know, even more excited, I'm going to play Diablo 3 on the Nintendo Switch. And, you know, I was watching BlizzCon. I was live streaming it. The Iron Breakers were all hanging out on Twitch. We're all just having a good time. We're just like, oh, man, there's these cool things happening. And here's the Storm. There's an original character. And here's the Storm. I haven't played Here's the Storm in ages. But, you know, the new character, I was excited about it. And then it's like there's this new stuff happening in World of Warcraft. There's new character for friggin' Overwatch. There's a bunch of stuff in Hearthstone that I really don't care about all that much. You know, there's all these announcements. Warcraft 3 remastered, dude. Like, I'm not even super huge into Warcraft 3, but like, I sure as hell will play a remastered version, right? And I was like, all these things are kind of building up, right? Because there's all of these games that I'm not even playing actively right now. And I'm getting hyped about, you know, maybe checking them out again because there's all these cool things. And I'm just like, oh, dude, now they're going to go into Diablo, dude. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. And then what happens is this dude comes out on stage. And the minute, like, I saw it coming, like, if you were in that live stream with me, I'm not going to put a video of it here, but if you were in that live stream with me, you could see my face just shifted as I started just saying, no, don't you dare, because he started talking about, and nowadays we're all connected through our mobile device, and I was like, no, why? And boom, they announced Diablo Immortal, and it is going to exclusively come to mobile devices. I actually had planned on showing gameplay. This video is very much off the cuff, so bear with me. Sorry for being a little bit unprofessional, but I am a little bit emotional right now because this is a franchise that it's so near and dear to my heart. That's just like, I'm not gonna play the sounds. The sounds are fine. If you guys care about that stuff, I mean, I guess I can turn the sounds on. There you go, a new mobile Diablo experience. And you can see the big chunky buttons on the bottom right side right there. And I was just like, oh my God, why? Just why? Even before the presentation began for gameplay, I was like, dude, let's just maybe see it. Maybe you can play it on other platforms. And then I saw the big chunky buttons, and I was like, I don't know what to say about this. That's the thing, because like the only thing that instantly came to mind, which I said on stream, is like maybe I'm the problem. Maybe it's me, you know? Maybe I'm just too old. I'm 36 years old, and maybe nowadays that's just too old for gaming, for the direction that gaming is going into. I don't know, because like here's the thing. I love Blizzard games. I love Diablo 2. Diablo 3 kind of sucked a little bit when it released because of the auction house. They fixed it. They added Loot 2.0. They fixed everything. So I was like, dude, now that they know what people want, there's no way they can mess up a new Diablo. There's no way they can... And this comes out. And it's like, it's not that the game looks bad. It doesn't look bad. But the thing is, I don't want to play this on a phone. I don't want to play this on this screen. I don't want, and you know why? It's not even because of the screen size or anything like that. It's because this doesn't have buttons. You don't get the precision of a controller or the precision of a mouse and keyboard. You don't get that. You can't get that on a phone. It just doesn't happen. And so here's the thing. Like if when they started this announcement, right? When they started this announcement, they could have done something in the vein of like, you know, let me just pause this. They could have done something in the vein of like, okay, guys, we're developing this for PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and mobile. But that's not what they did. This is being developed mainly for mobile, which means I don't even know how they're going to make certain things challenging, because you're not going to have the precise control that you get out of a controller, out of a mouse, out of a keyboard. I don't understand. Is it me? Am I too old? Like, what is going on? I was so bummed out. Because again, it's like, I really love this franchise, and to see it go down this route, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Peerless precision, mobile controls. How are these two things even in the same? Like, I'm sure it'll probably be one of the best games on mobile. I have no doubt, because Blizzard has a talented team of developers, so I'm sure it's probably going to be fucking great for a phone game, but that's not really what I wanted. I don't think that's what anybody wanted. Like, you think kids nowadays, the kids that are playing Fortnite, you think most of them even know what Diablo is? Like, I can go to my nephew right now, ask him like, hey, you know about a video game called Diablo? He's like, what's that? He doesn't know what Diablo is. He doesn't care about Diablo. The audience that actually cares about this game, I think, is an audience of a certain age. These are the people that played Diablo 1, played Diablo 2. I don't think a majority of these gamers want to play this on a phone. But again, it could just be me. Like, I will play it. That's the thing. I will check it out so that I can tell you guys what the experience feels like. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe this game is actually amazing. I hope it is. I really do. Because I'm not sitting here being all like, oh man, I hope this game fails terribly. No, I hope it's amazing. I really do, because I like this franchise, and but it's so disappointing. Like, I don't know. So then I went to the Diablo Twitter, because I wanted to see, because I don't have the virtual ticket, right? So I went to the Diablo Twitter. I wanted to see like what other things had been announced about it. They are building in social features so that your friends playing World of Warcraft can talk to you on Diablo Immortal. Every class has a set of 12 or more skills. The exact number varies from class to class. From those 12 skills, you can use 5, which you will assign to an active skill button. You can see the button right there. You have one big button, which I assume you would use for your generator, and then you have a bunch of abilities that you can use, like probably 1 or 2 major cooldowns and 2 offensive abilities that spend your resource. You got a couple of art and, a little bit of gameplay. It's going to feature 9 outdoor zones at launch, which means that they plan on, evolving it over time and bringing new things to it. And that, I think, is the biggest disappointment, right? Because like we've been waiting all this time to see what comes next for Diablo. And I mean, if I just look up online real quick, Diablo 3 release date, it released on May 15th, 2012. This was 6 years ago. So it's like, when you think about the fact that throughout these 6 years, sure, there's been some development in Diablo 3 and evolving the game and all of that stuff, right? But after 6 years, the next big Diablo announcement that we get is a mobile game. That means that for the next 5 or so years, there's at least, I don't think, unless they prove me wrong in this BlizzCon and they announce like, no, but by the way, Diablo 4 is also in the works, you know, in between the time that I record this video, but I don't think that is going to be the case. But essentially for the next 5 or so years, you're not going to see another Diablo game. Like, this is it. A mobile Diablo game. And I can't express how disappointing it is. So I went and I checked out this post, which is the one I think where they made the announcement, kind of. And it says, seeing is believing. Diablo Immortal is breathtaking, full-fledged hack and slash mobile MMO action RPG, featuring a fresh take on familiar classes while exploring a new chapter in the history of the eternal conflict. By the way, the actual time frame of this game is between the ending of Diablo 2 and the beginning of Diablo 3, if I understood correctly in the presentation. So I checked out this tweet and I was like, I wonder if it's me. I wonder if anybody else is saying anything different. And here we have all of the comments. I'm going to go through a couple of these just because, like, look, I'm not cherry picking this shit, right? I'm not cherry picking comments. I click this thing and here's the comments that pop up from users. No one asked for this. No one. Sylvia Dackrall, I'm a gamer, bought a Voodoo 3 card to play Diablo 2 in the 90s. I will never game on mobile. Activision has just killed us old timers from the franchise they just bought and ruined. Dalibor Milošević, now I understand why Mike Morhaime stepped down. I'm just going to have to disagree with that. I highly doubt that is, but I can see why you would think that. Cries in Diablo 2. Diablo is the equivalent of a father telling his 1 million children that not only will there be no Christmas, but Santa also died in a car crash. A mobile game. Congrats on ruining one of the best gaming franchises. What the hell? Sad day for Diablo. It has been ruined. Rest in peace. How about no? You had one job, but as always failed it. How hard can it be to listen to the community? Do you all smoke crack in the development team, or what's the problem with you guys? So please no, a mobile game. That's what you've hyped everyone for. No, bad for well. Like, I can't find one good comment. I can't find one good comment. Okay, here's one good comment. Looks very cool. Was really hoping for a Diablo 2 remastered. Nobody wanted this. Like, look, guys, I'm not even... I don't think it's me. Like, seriously, let me know in the comment section, like, what do you guys think about this? What is going on? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. Because, like, here's the thing. A couple of more things that you could have done. Diablo 2 remastered. People would have lost their minds. Especially after the Warcraft 3 remastered being announced. Dude, Diablo 2 remastered, people would have just like jumped out of the chairs, invaded the stage. They would be kissing the developer. Like, people would be so happy with a Diablo 2 remaster. Diablo 3 expansion. Move Diablo 3 to, support Diablo 3 with some form of new content. People would be excited for it. Like anything. A mobile Diablo?